Thank you so much for having us here. I'm very pleased to talk about the artist cohort we have just finished at the exhibition in the DevConnect. And then we spent 4 months of together to cultivate ideas, cultivate, practice art practice, and then get to know each other. So I want to go through some slides about talking about what we did. Let's go. Okay, sorry, just can you? Okay, back. Okay, so echoing as one, an exhibition by Infinite Garden artists, Cohort at DevConnect. These guys are Infinite Garden artists. So what is an Infinite Garden artist cohort? So this is the second year of the cohort that we did. It's a part of the DevConnect Scholars Program. And the vision of the cohort is to bring artists together from the diverse disciplines and explore Ethereum's culture, values, and the Infinite Garden philosophy through their creative practices. And learning session, studio work, and exhibition at the DevConnect. And then participants these guys will engage deeply with and expand the vision of the Infinite Garden, where growth and emerges from the openness and the connection, the soul of the Ethereum. And then, so what is the Infinite Garden? Like, have you known for the name of the Infinite Garden? Do you know what is Infinite Garden? Probably you might have heard about it. Maybe not, it's okay. Infinite Garden is a vision for Ethereum that we envisioned. And the infinite comes from the infinite games. So infinite game is the type of game. There's no beginning or ending, and then there's no winner or losers. So the goal of the infinite game is to keep playing. Compared to finite games is like always have the beginning of ending, have winners or losers, such as sports, or a lot of the games are actually finite games in the world. But very important to have the infinite games to make something like long-lasting and also more open and then more joy to play, right? So this is the infinite game, and the Ethereum ecosystem. We're not fighting each other. We're just cultivating together, and we want to keep playing. So this is the vision of the Ethereum. And the garden part is a so ecosystem is like a kind of nature as well, and then we are here as a human to kind of create the garden. Not like it just being a nature, but we designed the garden, right? So that's a human part. So it's like a nature-human connection. And so this is the diagram of the paste layering by Stuart Brand. And then, so this is the layers from the fashion to the nature. So our society is made of something like this. Like the fashion is really fast, and then comes the commerce, transaction, business, everyday things, and the infrastructure supports that to do. And the governance, as society, we decide what the rule set, and then, but that is depending on the culture. Like what kind of rule set you create is based on the culture, and as I said, like the Infinite Garden is about the long-term vision, and that we wanted to create the practice to embody the long-term, to cultivate the culture, and the art is definitely one of the human practice that we could do the long-term to develop the culture. So the program was designed to do that, and then so it's it was like a learning and studio and exhibition, and in a way it was like for me it was like an art school, like online art school with awesome, different, diverse artists, right? And then we even had a virtual art studio like this. So we played with a lot of activities based on that. And here at the DevConnect, we created a gallery space, Infinite Garden Artist Exhibition at the Green Pavilion, which is the next green area. And it looks like this. So if you haven't checked the exhibition, please go find this pyramid and then just go explore. So now, what? Yeah, it's called Echoing as One. So we came up with this concept by going through this program and then observing what's going on. And then it's actually each artist expressing themselves and then creating its own resonance. But also the resonance in between is creating another different resonance or relationships and stuff. So this is like, this is a really good concept, and also it applies to the whole ecosystem as well. Like now we have, as you see in the DevConnect, we have so much going on, and so many different elements, and then each element also resonating each other, and then creating another resonance, right? So as a whole, as the ecosystem is actually echoing as one, right? All right, so now I wanna actually go one by one to share.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm Magdalena, and first I want to talk a little bit about my work. I think the 4 months that we spent together interchanging ideas, you can see if you go to the exhibition that the works has links to each other and connections that happen naturally because of that time spent together and the ideas we interchange. And my piece is called Showing Machines, that is very related to the Infinite Garden concept, because what I wanted to create was an electronic garden, and with these useless machines is a concept that I have been working on. I think artists and technology are things that are very important to be related, and sometimes we forget that, or we think art is just something beautiful. And I think it's important to have artists reflecting on technologies, new, old, the intersection of new and old technologies, discarded materials, because there's ideas and thoughts artists have that can deeply influence with time and with effort how we relate to the future and the technology we use. So go check it out. We will be there, I think, later, so you can hear more about the work.
Hi, I'm Felina. You see the photo of the oil painting I'm exhibiting there on the screen. And for me, it's really important to think about that we're right now in the change of our society, community, politics, but also the money-making system that will have a great impact on all our future. And I use this very mythological moment from the Christian storytelling, or Christian mythology, to refer to how to the fact that it's so important to think of our choices and how they're going to affect the future. And right now we're making so many changes, we're implementing so many new infrastructures, we're setting stones for so many new paths that I just want to inspire people, or people who watch at this image, to think about their values and think of how they can actually integrate their values into the technologies or whatever they're building. So there's more information to the painting once you're at the exhibition. I won't talk too much about it now, but I think that captures it.
Hi, I'm Clementine, and next to Santiago Reos, we are Duodo, and the work that we have created for the Infinite Garden is called Yama. Yama is a collaborative sonic landscape where we collaborate with a Japanese trio band called Dig Dag and my grandmother's voice to create a song that is like an infinite game, because we have like this idea, the seed, to tell a story where we can let the frontiers and the limits between cultures and countries to use music as a common language, as a universal language. It's a blend of languages, of generations and cultures, where we want to invite different artists to collaborate with us. The music part was made by Dig Dag, Duodo, and my grandmother. The visual part is made by Stani. Stani is also a visual artist from here, from Argentina. And we made next to the piece that you can listen, there is a song. It's a song based in a genre of Argentinian folk music called chacarera, but in our own way, with our own sound. And next to this piece that you will able to listen and read the subtitles to understand what the lyrics are saying, because in the lyrics we mix 3 languages: Quechua, Spanish, and Japanese. And next to the piece is a papyrus made by an artist who is here today. I believe she's outside, is Grotesca. Grotesca helped us create the papyrus. That this papyrus is a collaborative manifesto. We invite people from all around the world to answer a question. When mountains, cultures, and memories meet, what do they awaken in you? And people give us their answers in different languages, Spanish, English, and Japanese mostly. And we create this papyrus that is also open for you to make your own reflection about it, on it. So we invite you, as everyone, to come to join us to the exhibition Echoing as One, to discover the words and be part of them. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So really glad to be here. And yeah, I hope everyone could explore more in our exhibition, like the art gallery stuff. And I think some of us will be there later. And yeah, I'm an artist and a technologist, and I do a lot of like art tech experience. Yeah, recently my research is always focused on the private data and the collective consciousness. So right now, I build feelings to be here. So the inspiration of this artwork was inspired. The inspiration of this artwork was inspired by the social media activities for every days. And yeah, we spend a lot of time on the TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. But actually, our data is just like the raw material for the platform, and we are be profiled, optimized, and be fed by the platform. But what if we can flip it? What we can change this script? And so I got a sentence like, stop feeding the machine and let your data feed yourself. So feeling is just a gamification app for this. Yeah, it's just like a Pokemon stuff, and it lives on your dynamic island and a widget. And your data is just be analyzed in the LLM by the LLM in the TE. And yeah, when you scroll a lot of, when you consume a lot of like crypto stuff, maybe your pet will get will get the laser eyes, or like the crypto stuff. And when you consume a lot of like baker videos, your pet will get a chief's hat or something else. Yeah, so actually everyone's private data, we have just like two ways for our data. One way is being private but being alone. The other way is be public, but maybe you are be tracked. So I like everything was wrong. A new technology is like a TE. It's like a black box, and all the data was be analyzed in it by the LLM, but no one can access the data. It's just the output of your vibe. It's just we can just like output the result of the analyzed stuff, and by this time we build like a new social prototype. So we both have the privacy, and also we can connect it with each other through the platform. So make sure to download the app here. It's live in the App Store, and you can experience this. So this is like a collective consciousness of our vibe here. Yeah, if the Ethereum actually chaotic good, I ask this question, and the answer is just the data. So just like download the QR code here and experience it. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. Great, okay. Hi everybody, I'm Tiny. My work was inspired by some of the lectures that we had during our 3-month cohort, which were around the topic of meditation. During that period, I also really built up and began practicing meditation myself regularly, and I've stuck with it, so I'm very proud of myself. This piece invites you, if you go check it out, it invites you to just, there's some noise canceling headphones, you can take a nice silent moment for yourself, just reflect, be still, be present. And on the opposite side, it's also a very meditative piece for me to have created. I spent around like 25 hours literally doing the most repetitive motion of sewing this spiral. So there's something really interesting when you get into that flow state of doing something so repetitive, and some would say boring, but I find that you just get into this natural flow, and it's I don't know how to describe it. It's such a wonderful, most present feeling. And so I'm very happy to have brought that work here and to share it with you all. And it's a bit connected to this notebook, which I created as an earlier project. That's a diary, basically, and all of that is also hand-stitched. So if you are interested, you can go check it out. You can flip through the book if you want to. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Inhwa. I am based in Seoul, South Korea. I'm a media artist and research engineer working at the intersection of XR, as in extended reality, and AI, as well as performing arts. In this exhibition, I present this work titled After Soma in Infinite Garden, and it was inspired by our theme, Infinite Garden, as it's obviously sounding. So in this work, I combine AI-powered video arts as this and head-mounted display VR device as this, in order to invite the audiences to experience what we can call as somatic meditation. Now, soma here refers to body cell in biology. And also in Hindi beliefs, it refers to sacred drinks or the vessels that contain those drinks. So however you define the soma, I hope you can feel your body extend into Infinite Garden with this work, and in our exhibition as well. Thank you.
Hey everyone, let's play a game. I'm gonna read both of these poems and I'm gonna ask you a question. Both of them are on the theme of desire. The one on the left is poem A, the one on the right is poem B. I introduce myself as a system of longing. He shares his taste for salt and topologies of skin, the largest organ, he says, is want, is a bleeding poem, is a flower made of flesh, butter, snow, his knuckles soon burrowing in my cheek, searching for surrender. Poem B. I chain wishes on the exterior glass of a door I open only to discoveries under the lid of night. Desire microscopic here, discovering a lost tissue of molecules on the tongue. A cat suddenly on the roof shoots drops of moonlight. My fingers run on the keyboard, afraid they won't find the alphabet anymore. The question is, which one was written by a machine? If you think poem A was written by a machine, raise your hand. One, two people. If you think poem B was written by a machine, raise your hand. Okay, cool. You will never know, unfortunately. Next slide. Yeah, this is not a survey with an answer at the end. This is me. I'm sitting at the Green Pavilion every day for usually at least an hour, and I'm writing poems. At the end of every session, 30 minutes, I print the poem. It's written about the theme that people suggest, and I hang the poem. It's hung side by side with another poem that was written by the machine about the same theme. And then I ask people to come and vote with these small green stickers that you might have seen. Next slide. At the end of the day, I count, or at the end of the week in this case, I count all of the votes for each of the poems. If the human poem won, it is fed back into the data set of the machine, and the machine improves. If the machine poem wins, I commit to reading it and improving as a poet. Next slide. This is the third iteration of this experiment. The first one was in Paris, was called Carnation.exe. The second one in San Francisco was called Versus. And the third one is right here, called Reinforcement. Everyone has each one has a color because robots need some kind of distinguisher and a different name. And the model is getting better. And I think as part of this iteration, I am getting to know it better, and it is getting to know me better. It's a mutual reinforcement. And this experiment will continue. It's an infinite game. Next slide. And the question really, the invitation here, the provocation is, what if we can reimagine our relationship? We're really being handed two narratives today in our relationship to AI. It's either doom or hyper-optimism. And what if we can ask different questions? What if this is a fight that's a bit more exciting, where the goal is not to win or lose, but to entertain, maybe, the folks who are looking? Maybe this poetry cage I'm trapped in is a circus for you all to have fun. What if it's love? What if me and the machine can actually be in a homoerotic relationship of sorts? And what if there is surrender at the end of this? Either I surrender or the machine surrenders. What if we both surrender to each other? What if there's another story at the end of this? Thank you. My practice is at the intersection of performance, technology, and poetry. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Luciana. In this project, my idea was to create a bridge between traditional painting and technology. So I started creating an oil painting, which is a traditional technique, and then also the painting was inspired by Bosch studies. I have been studying Bosch for several years, but I recreated with my own style, using a very personal catalog of symbols and signs, and through the lens of a Latin American woman. That's why the color palette is so saturated. And then I work on a 3D model, which is a sculpture and works as an extension of the painting. So if you scan the QR code next to the painting, you can access to the full experience. So I invite you to go there, visit the exhibition, and scan the QR, and get in the full immersive experience of the artwork. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Delfina, and I'm from Argentina. And my work is, my intention was to recreate these icicles made of ice and stalactites that when they start melting, they reproduce sound design and music. And I like the concept of this water flowing that due to external factors had to get still, it's frozen. And in order to come back to life, it starts melting drop by drop. So these drops are the signals that activate the sound. And I also like what I like about it is that it also creates this reflection about ecology and technology, about, yes, the usage of so much technology and blockchain. And I want to reflect on, well, what about how we use this energy and how it affects the natural world we are in. So thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Marina. I'm from Amazon, Brazil, and I create this art. This girl in the art, it's the first one who told me about technology, and she said to me to study technology to bring to my village and making my village more connected. And this is how I see the future. I see the future in the forest with a lot of trees. And I hope that we don't cut trees to make technology. We can integrate them. And I make this sculpture too, to represent the modern nature. And when in the future it's connected to with the cables, and it's still green, it's still grow, and I hope you liked it. Yes.
So yeah, this is our website, the Echoing as One. So please take a look. We have some writing about that concept and also each one's information there. So please scan this code, and then this is it. It's so nice to actually get together like this and having a conversation together. So thank you for having the opportunity for us. So I think we have 2 minutes left. So anybody who has any question, please let me know. We can have 2 minutes Q&A. Yeah. Bruce? Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Just open question to the whole pack of artists. Feedback about what was like this experience. I know a lot of artists came here to Argentina to DevConnect from very far places. So how was it, being together now, having this exhibition? Well, how do you feel about all of this experience?
Yeah, I would say something to this. It came directly to my mind. So I'm usually painting or working with ceramics that gives you a lot of time to listen to podcasts. So that's how I got into crypto and blockchain technology. I was just listening to tons of podcasts, always on my own. And this is actually the first time where I meet like-minded people who are into arts, but also into technology and like possibilities of the future. And it's so amazing. Like, I'm so happy. I love everyone here. We're such a good team. I didn't expect that at all. And I feel like I found a ton of new friends, and it's just amazing. And I'm very thankful for that. Yeah.
Anybody want to share?
I'm from Buenos Aires, but it's another perspective maybe. And for me, I think in general, this whole big event is an excuse to connect in person with other people. That's like the most important thing that happened here. So for me, it makes me emotional, because I think it's like the reason we are to be human is to connect with others, and sometimes we forget about this, and mostly lately we are having trouble remembering, because it feels so good to be alone in your own world. But take risks and connect with others. I think that's a reason to grow, and sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's difficult, but I think it's very important not to forget to connect with others. So that's a thing, I don't know, an answer for me.